morning, everyone. I'm in my dressing room and there is a real mess of very few products, but they just seem to be everywhere because I've been filming some content for Rodial. I've been basically filming their new latte lowlighter. So if anyone loves the banana lowlighter, you're going to love this because this is like more of a product that you can use all over your face in like the deeper months, I find, but it's really good for color correcting. I have such a pink nose a lot of the time, and this neutralizes it. It just like evens my skin tone, but it's more like a veil. So I've just been filming that. I'll link where you can watch the content if it's still up. It's stories, who knows? Today, well, actually not today, tomorrow we are heading to Bordeaux. We are going to stay at quite possibly the most beautiful place I think I have ever seen. I actually found them on Instagram, I believe, before. Either I was already following them and then they've invited us, or either or. It is, I'm a little bit worried because I'm gonna try and keep the wowing to a minimum and the beautifuls and the stunnings and the exquisites and the spectaculars. I'm gonna try and keep it to a minimum. I can't promise you anything, okay? Because I have a very limited vocabulary. This place, I've already got inspiration for the home and I've not even been yet. Okay, and we're not there for long, so I'm really hoping I'm going to be able to show you it. But we're going to a place called EMILION, which is a really, really beautiful historic town. I'm already going with the beautifuls. We're going to be enjoying a lovely few days at a place called Maison de Braille, which is a exclusive use chateau in the Bordeaux region, and it has its own vineyards. It has so much. 6 bedrooms, sleeps 12, I believe, so really, really lovely for sort of like a main hub if you maybe wanted to get married there, that kind of thing. But also equally really lovely if you perhaps want to do like a trip with some couple friends or something like that. Gorgeous. I'm going to be learning more about it, but I have been doing some shopping, and this is not panic shopping, okay? I have to make that very, very clear. This is not panic shopping because actually I identified last week when I had so many events, I identified a few areas in my wardrobe where I had a few gaps in terms of shoes. That was the first thing that I noticed because I needed to wear a pair of shoes to the Prince's Trust and I had no comfortable pair of like neutral shoes. Needless to say, I don't know if I've actually got the neutral shoes yet, but I do have. Basically, I found that the Christian Louboutin So Kate heels come in an 85. I've ordered 2 pairs of those. I've ordered some Aquazzura heels. I've done an order from Net-a-Porter. I've done an order from Emilia Wickstead. The Emilia Wickstead and the Net-a-Porter may have some bits in there that were not gaps in my wardrobe. But anyway, I thought that we could open them together because I hope to take a few of these items with me to France. My love, in your boxer shorts, what can I help you with?
Good news.
What?
It stops raining at 10 AM on Thursday. It rains through the night.
Ah.
So that weather forecast was all night long it rains, and
all night long.
It's cloudy from 11 till 2, and then from 2 till night it gets better and better.
Okay, amazing. Well, fingers crossed. We can't obviously take that as gospel, but fingers crossed, because at the moment we've been sort of looking at the weather forecast and panicking a little bit because the week after the weather is banging. But this week, not so much. At the moment here in England, it is very, very miserable, hence why I'm still in my dressing gown at 10 to 3 because I've been snuggling away in the wisteria room, working and editing and doing all of that stuff. But now it is time to get into my parcels and open these bits and pieces up with you because I thought I'd show you. Now, I don't often do like luxury hauls like this anymore. I don't think I buy as many things in terms of like accessories. I can't remember. I think the last pair of shoes that I bought was about 4 months ago, which I admit that's not something to brag about, but in the grand scheme of things, if you go back to the early days of my channel, I was buying all of the new releases of shoes and then not wearing them 3 months later. Let's not mention those Fendi sock boots, shall we? And the last pair of shoes that I bought are the classic slingbacks from Chanel in all black, and that's because I've had my beige ones for 8 years and I felt like I could justify them in another colourway, and I've worn them so much and they're probably going to be coming with me on this trip as well. So Anyway, now that I've done all that justifying, let's get unboxing. Now, you might have actually seen a few of these out and about because I have been trying them on, but these are the tan So Kate's in the 85 heel. Now, I also have these in the 100 heel, and I have to be honest, they're a struggle, okay? They are very, very high, and I can't believe I used to walk in things like this. These are where we're at. I feel like your heels get lower the older you get. And this is probably the most I think I can stomach now with a high heel for a prolonged period of time. And they work so beautifully with my accessories, hence why I purchased them. I got these direct from the Christian Louboutin website. I really desperately want the nude in this colour because I have the 100 heel, and that was what I wore to the Prince's Trust. Sadly, they were sold out, they didn't have them. But these are a classic to me. So elegant. The point on these is so flattering, and these colours are going to get worn and worn and worn in my wardrobe. So really happy with that. I can always justify a classic pair of pumps. So those were the ones that I got to begin with, and they are 110% staying in my wardrobe. But you'll be excited about this one because I was like, they look a little bit rouge-achy. And they're rouge-achy, obviously, after the debacle of Scotland where I wore my sliders with a blazer and people said it didn't look good, I realised I had to up my search for more appropriate footwear to sit with the bag. Now, there's a slight difference in the colour. Very slight. There's sort of a bit more of a richness, but what I've learned about tans and colours like this is that you can kind of get away with it as long as they're like on the same sort of tone and undertone. And these are gorgeous. Look at that. I am over the bloomin' moon. These are in the 85 heel, not the 100, so very comfortable again, easy to wear on a day-to-day basis, and a super classic. So these I am definitely keeping, no questions asked. They are going into the shoe wardrobe, and they may even come on my trip. You never know. Next up is a dress from Emilia Wickstead, and this was purchased from a rainy morning when I was in bed. There are a few brands that I religiously check the websites of to see when their new releases come out, and Emilia Wickstead is one of them. And I have to be honest, I haven't been hugely in love with everything that's been released recently. But I did buy quite a few pieces last year, if you remember. But there was one dress that I had my eye on, and it said that you could register your interest for when it's back in stock. I did that, but then when I went on a few days later, there was a very similar shaped dress in the same fabric that had just come in, that was sort of like a new shape. Very classic white dress, but the shape that Emilia Wickstead does is what really tempts me. So I purchased very quickly. However, we shall see what we think. It's a classic, but just like my boucle dress. Ooh. So this is slightly different. So the boucle dress has like more of a dropped waist, whereas this is more of a pleated classic white dress with a little bit of sort of bodice detail. Midi rather than mid-axi, so really lovely for just that classic style. I love Emilia Wickstead's necklines, and they are just so gorgeous. So I am going to try this on with you, but I wanted to show you these shoes first because I think I'm going to try on all of the shoes with you at the end, and you can tell me which ones you like, but I obviously needed to have something to put on rather than show you it in my dressing gown. So that's that. So these are the shoes that I'm not sure about. So basically there is a new style from Jimmy Choo, and I think I've missed them. And they're sold out everywhere. I can't find them anywhere. I'm going to keep searching, but I can't find them. You know, I love my Maylies so much. These felt like a more understated version of the Valentino rock studs without all of the studs and things like that, but also a little bit softer. Sold out everywhere, but I saw that Aquazzura had something almost identical. However, when I wear them, I'm not entirely certain how they look on my toes, because my feet are very, very wide at sort of the part where your toes start, and I think my feet might hang over the edge. But they're so beautiful. So if you have long, slender feet, then you've got nothing to worry about. But if you don't, they might not suit you. Because what I'm finding is this sits a little bit too high up. It needs to be a little bit lower. But I love them so much. Like, look how beautiful that is in terms of like just a really thin, almost nothing strap. It just looks invisible almost. And again, beautiful tan leather. I got them in the white from Flannels, and I think I ordered these directly from Aquazzura. So I'm going to try these on and try them in the white as well. I'll show you the classic pumps as well, but these are the white ones. And I thought just wearing like classic white with white dresses and then going for a coloured bag of some sort, whether that's the tan or the oxbuds that I have, it'll work beautifully, but I'm not so sure. So we are going to try those on together, and you're going to have to vote below, because I listened to you. Like I said, I sent back the Oscar de la Renta dress. It was not right, and I do have an appointment at Oscar de la Renta to see their new collection, because I really want a special dress for this occasion. But I was going to go and have it altered, but I changed my mind and I sent it back. Your feedback is invaluable, so I was very much listening. But now I have a Net-a-Porter order as well to unbox with you. Oh my goodness me, now I am really excited to get into this, because it's been sat in my hallway for a very long time. And I actually couldn't remember the last time I did a Net-a-Porter haul, which I think is progress. If you can't remember, that's got to be progress. I'll tell myself anything to make me feel better. So this is another thing that I loved about this, is because this was one of the dresses that I really wanted and could not justify the price. And when I went on and checked, it was in the Net-a-Porter 40% off sale. So I got this for nearly half price. It is still an expensive dress. It is Giambattista Valli, but if you know anything about me, you know that I wore and loved the last, and still do love, the Giambattista Valli dress that I wore to our friend's wedding. I wore it to the Kentucky Derby. I've worn it many a places, and so I am hopeful, should this fit as beautifully, that this will do the same. I love it so much. I love the neckline of it. Ooh, wowzers, this is beautiful. And of course it has a big, beautiful skirt, and it was the touches of green and the cross neck of this. I kind of wished that it was in a different colour so that I could wear it to a wedding, but it's got this almost like bow detail to the front and beautiful full skirt. But look at the leaf details on this. It's one thing that I've noticed that Giambattista Valli does. Really unique styles when it comes to botanical florals. Oh my gosh, we are so trying this on. I'm very excited. So like I said, I got it in the 40% off sale. That was the only thing in this that was in the 40% off sale. I have more shoes though, much more shoes. First up is a brand called Saint Agni. Now these might be a little bit too cool for me, just from a quick observation. Oh no, they are very, very uncomfortable. They look lovely though, but very uncomfortable. I will try them on and show you. They're a bit of a square toe, but my feet are too wide for these, sadly. Owie. But I will show you them, I will show you them. And they are actually, which is the really sad part, such a great colour alongside the bag. A little bit more red, but great colour. Second pair of shoes, Manolo Blahnik. I do love a Manolo Blahnik shoe. And there's one thing I can tell you for free. When I become a fan of a shoe brand, I really become a fan. So these have been out of stock for such a long time. These are the BB flats, and these are the black ones. These are a classic that I decided to purchase for obvious reasons. They are beautiful leather, which I find actually finding shoes that are in leather not that easy, although these are very tight and very narrow. Oh dear, they may have to go back because there's one thing with flats you don't want is tightness, so they may have to go back, sadly. Next up, we have Gianvito Rossi, which I feel like Gianvito Rossi are doing really good classics at the moment. They have these beautiful, beautiful raffia slingbacks that I thought might be quite nice for summer. Loved these, absolutely loved them. Little kitten heel, I thought these would be lovely for summer, and I did think, you know, the usual, they'd go quite nicely together. The tan is richer and darker than normal, but the tan is sort of offset by the raffia. Am I having a swollen foot day? I think I am. Either that or I've really under-egged the pudding here, because they are small as well. I think maybe I'm having a swollen foot day. Oh, they're very pretty though. They do fit. I think I could just loosen the sling back a little bit. Final box is from the same raffia collection, and I wasn't intending on keeping both, but I did really like these too. Oh, and these have got suede instead of leather, so could be a little bit better. So these are like just a simple mule, but they almost, oh my gosh, the comfort levels. They're so comfortable. Wow, they're very nice. Although I really struggle with like toe posts. I thought I would show you this to begin with, because this is what I always find so fascinating. So this has like a sort of internal corsetry, cinches in the waist, and then you do the belt, do the zip, sorry. Oh wow, I absolutely love it, and I love how tight it is. It feels like a sort of like almost wedding dress style. And so what I can see, and these are things that I've learned from working with Karen Millen, is I think why this is a cheaper option, because the one that I had my eye on was more than double the price of this one. Skirt, although beautifully and big, and like look at all of that fabric, it's done in panels. I can't speak for the other dress, this is just me speculating, but what I would guess is that the other dress is like one full circle, which would use a lot more fabric and that kind of thing. It doesn't hugely bother me. What's more important is the volume in the skirt. Because of the way the skirt falls, you don't really see the panels anyway. This neckline is absolutely exquisite. It's why Emilia Whitstead's bridal wear is so beautiful. So I'm going to go in with the lubes first so that you can see what I mean in terms of how classic they are, but also not being too high. Now, I think my feet are swollen at the moment, so you're going to have to bear with. This is like my favourite sort of vibe when it comes to dresses. I love a classic white dress with tan details, and these shoes, in terms of the height, I could wear these all day. Such a great height, but without compromising on the elegance of the shoe. Game changer. Love, love, love. Next up, we have the almost Rouge H Louboutins. And in all honesty, I could not believe that they had these in my size, because finding the leather Louboutins, the classic leather Louboutins, in an 85 heel, it's been a lifelong mission. So that's that. And sort of imagine something like this with like a vintage Hermes scarf with a little bit of the oxblood details, the Rouge H details. I actually love this. I really, really love this as an alternative to those summer colours. It just riches things up a little bit. And this is what I'm trying to do. I always get comments from people being like, oh, you only wear these bags, you only wear these bags. I just wear the classics. This is my happy place. I know that I feel good, I feel that I look good. So yeah, really good little pairing. And it means that I can just every so often buy a new pair of shoes that work with it. And most of the shoes that I'm wearing at the moment, I wear so much that they're actually like threadbare by the end, which I love too. That makes me feel good. These are the Aquazzura shoes, and I don't know, let me show you from above. See, that's what I like about the the Maylies is they keep my feet squashed in, whereas as you can see my little toe is hanging over. They've got to go back, haven't they? This is so sad. I love the way they look like this, but if you look too closely, I'd rather have my feet smushed together. These are gonna have to go back because I don't think I'd oh, but when I look at them in the mirror they look really lovely. Oh, I don't know. So this dress is fascinating because it almost feels like it makes me look a bit bigger. It has so much internal structure. I'm a bit shocked. It's got the same thing that the Emilia Wickstead dress has, so that little hook and eye. Then it has a full corset down to about here that I haven't actually managed to get completely done up. And then it has the zip. And what I would say is that this looks a little bit big, doesn't it? Even though I've got it on the tightest setting, it's almost like I need to sort of take some fabric out. Again, like the Oscar de la Renta dress. It just needs a little bit of a cinch in to stop it feeling bigger, but there is also a lot of cushion and fabric here, so you're gonna have to let me know what you think, because I do love it. I almost feel just a little bit squishy in it, so not too sure. Let me know what you think. You always tell me the exact truth, and I value that so much, because sometimes I watch these back and I'm like, oh yeah, I know instantly, but sometimes I'm a bit thrown. So yeah, anyway, just to show you the other shoes, even bending down is bizarre because the boning goes all the way down to here. Perhaps I'm not tall enough for it. Perhaps this is meant for like taller people. These are the Sant Agni, who knows? I'm going to show you another little view from above so you can see what goes on with my feet. This is so painful and they're just not the vibe. They're far too cool for me and I actually can't walk in them. I can't go. My little tiny toe just trying to make its way in there. And then the gap between my big toe is just finishing me off. I can't, this is too much. They're going back. Well, I think I've decided on the dress. I think the dress is just gonna have to go back, unfortunately. But I am gonna keep these beautiful Gianvito Rossi, not Giambattista Valli shoes, Gianvito Rossi kitten heels, because I think these are really lovely. And I think I'll wear these quite a lot over spring, summer. So I'm gonna keep those. I think I'm gonna send back the thong version. And I'm going to send back the Manolos because they are definitely too small. So that's the end of this haul. I need to start packing because we're going at 4:45 in the morning. So I need to make some decisions. I'm obviously not going to take this with me because I love the skirt half, but I think just from the back, it looks too big. But speak now because otherwise I'm going to send it back. Good afternoon from Maison de Bray, and I am so excited to be here. You can hear the tinkling sound of the two water fountains. We have just got here and had lunch, but we are going to be heading inside now, and when I tell you this is quite possibly the most beautiful location I think I have ever been to. You've got my big head in the way at the moment, but even just either side of me, look at this estate. It is absolutely spectacular. So what we've done is we've hopped on a quick flight. It was about an hour and 45 minutes from Stansted to Bergerac Airport, and then we've got a transfer from Maison de Bray to, well, from the team here to the estate. It's such, like, first impressions, it is the most beautiful fly in to France I think I've ever seen. Everything is obviously vineyards, beautiful farmhouses, 19th century sort of single story, absolutely spectacular. We're joining David and Annalise here at their estate, which is an exclusive use venue here in Saint-Emilion, but more importantly San Christophe. And when I tell you, I have been eyeing this place up on Instagram for such a long time. I have been so excited to bring you here, and I'm going to show you so much more, but we're actually just about to get changed to head into the village for a little bit of a tour. So I'm going to head upstairs. I'm not going to show you too much, but we are going to go into the main house now, and you are going to absolutely lose your mind over the interiors. It is spectacular. Whilst we wait for our hosts, I can give you a little bit of a tour. So this is the, I can't even put it into words. The verdigris antique lights are just, oh my goodness, I have no words. So I'm trying to stay away from saying wow and oh my goodness, and just basically tell you what I think. And this is the most beautiful place I think I've ever been in my life. Like, look at the views. You just can't cultivate that. You can't fabricate that. That just has to exist. This feels like we've stepped back in time in an old French village, and I feel, oh, like I'm romanticizing my life to the best, in the best possible way. The fabrics, the touches, and you're going to see through here, I've taken so much inspiration because this is the bar, and I don't even know where to start, because I was genuinely thinking of putting bookcases, I know I love a bookcase, just like this right next to where we have the projector. Finding artwork like this is such a treat. This is a real beautiful space. So this is the bar where we can come later on, have a little late night tipple. The finish of everything is flawless. And then through to the billiards room, which I am again taking all of the inspiration for. I'm thinking these kinds of chairs in front of the terrace doors in our games room. This is an antique billiards table, but oh my gosh, is that the boot room through there? Don't even get me started on this room, because this right here is exactly what I'm going to be putting in the games room. This table with the urns and the ivy on the floor. Oh my goodness. Wow. The butcher's block. The sink. Wow. I am almost completely and utterly changing the design now in the downstairs toilet from seeing this. It is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Every corner, everything is just curated to perfection. I cannot wait to see more. So we're heading upstairs, and look at this beautiful staircase. Now we're going to find our bedroom, and I'm not too sure. Aha! We are in Fleur de Lis. Oh my gosh, how funny. These are the exact ones that we've got. Oh, there's so much inspiration here.
Wait till you see the balcony.
Oh my goodness. I'm not even allowed, we're rushing because we're heading out. Wow. Oh my goodness, the table and chair set. Stunning. Oh, the artwork here. I actually think, do you reckon we can get this in the suitcase, Ali? This one. No? Damn it. We're coming through into the bathroom as well. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness, this is just too much. Right, I am getting changed. My hair is an absolute state. I need a more convenient bag on as well. So, quick whistle stop. Turn around. I've just changed. We are ready to go on a little adventure, but I wanted to show you our room because it is so incredibly beautiful. So what you can do here is you can obviously have parties, you can have weddings, it's exclusive use. So you basically take on the entire property, and there are 6 bedrooms, sleeps 12, and you basically make this your home, and it has the most elegantly relaxed feel about the place. Completely quiet, there's no noise other than perhaps every so often a bit of agricultural or vineyard noise around. It is silent. We've just had lunch with the owners and it's been so wonderful. Now our bedroom is fleur-de-lis and it is everything I would have hoped it would be. Lots of beautiful French antique furniture, beautiful artwork, but in that lived-in luxurious feeling. Nothing feels too perfect. You know what I'm like about shiny things. Nothing feels too perfect, but it's still got all of the wonderful luxuries of a newly renovated property. Good windows, good doors, a beautiful balcony. I mean, what more could you want? Overlooking the vineyards, and TV disguised as with a frame, which you know I like. Lots of Cire Trudon candles. Loving the artwork as well. I'm just ready to steal everything. Home comforts, touches. The biggest bathroom I have ever seen in any property, I think. We've got a massive shower, again, double doors onto the balcony. Then Mr. Millen Gordon is having his best unpacking time at the moment in our wonderful his and hers walk-in wardrobe. His is distinctly more tidy than mine, I have to say. The size of the bath is just a dream. The size of the beams, a dream. We've also got the beautiful toilet, which is not something I ever thought I would say. Gorgeous little touches in here as well. Right, we need to get going because we are heading on an adventure into the local town. There's fresh flowers, all of these gorgeous touches. Like, look at this. Lavender room spray, hand cream. They have literally thought of everything.
Place.
Huge wall protecting the whole city.
My goodness.
But it really developed a lot during the Middle Ages. We actually had a lot of quarries in the area, so the locals would extract the limestone and sell it to all over the place.
We have arrived to Saint-Emilion and we are just overlooking the sheer beauty of...
I'll take from here, but we're behind the church, and this is what they call the monolithic church. Monolithos, one stone, which means that it was not built, it was carved out of the stone. They actually carved the shade of the church directly into it, and they then added a bell tower.
Wow.
Properly built, so we could see where...
One stone. So we are just exploring Saint-Emilion, and one of the things that I think is really significant about Saint-Emilion is that this area didn't used to be known for wine, and I think that's really interesting. And so many years ago, before we knew that women were the best, they kind of just gave the land to the women. They were like, oh, this isn't very good land, so you have it. And then it's obviously nowadays one of the best places to come and have wine, arguably. And so as a celebration of all of the women that have cultivated this land and made it what it is, they now really champion women wine merchants and women who are working on the vineyards. And we are now about to go inside and explore the monolithic church, which is one of the other things that Saint-Emilion is very well known for. They basically carved the church into a big block of stone. So they didn't build it, thank you very much. So they didn't build it like brick by brick, they actually built it out of this huge area of stone. Added a spire on the top that you can see a little bit of up there. And I've never seen anything like this, so we're now going to explore. Now we have just walked through the gates and there is a no pictures sign, and we have been informed that basically many years ago the churches and a lot of the buildings were sold and they are now privately owned, so we cannot film inside. So basically I'm going to tell you all about it later. Let's go. Everything is so beautiful here. Apparently it is the season of the roses at the moment, and I am completely enamoured by the garden. Look at the erigeron, the roses, the lilies. This is just smack bang in the middle of Saint-Emilion. You just walk past it and it is so beautiful. Everything is so beautiful.
That's amazing. So lovely.
I've just put some eye drops in my eyes because I'm trying to save my face because it was an early start, and I want to look a little bit more awake, but I thought I'd show you my first outfit here at Maison de Bray. And this is my Emilia Wickstead dress. This is the new one, definitely keeping it. And I've popped a little Holland Cooper cable knit cardigan over the top. Classic ballet flats, classic bag, and hair half up that is barely surviving the humidity that is in the air at the moment. But we're going to go and explore now, so I'm going to be able to show you more and show you just how beautiful it is here, because I'm already planning when I'm going to come back and have a holiday here. Whilst Mr. Millen gets ready, I thought I would show you, it's a little bit windy up here, but I thought I would show you the 360, you can hear the chickens, the paid actor, the 360 beauty that surrounds Maison de Bray. And if you are able to hear me, I really hope you can, this is the pool, which I love. Like, look at the size, all on the grass, on the greenery. Absolutely gorgeous. The grounds are so spectacular, and the views are even more beautiful. I can't believe we're here. I feel so lucky. We are currently just exploring, and while Sally gets some pictures, I'm going to show you the boot room and kitchen. This is the kitchen, and you know that the butcher's block is absolutely sending me. Look at everything. It is, oh my goodness me. I'm going to take you into here. There is music playing, but look at this. You can hear the sounds of the fountains. There are two, and it's giving me all of the inspiration for our fountains. Ali is over here exploring. There's just so much to see. This is the back of the main farmhouse, and you can just see the attention to detail that they have put into this place. What I really love, and I think is so beautiful, is they've used privacy glass, but I don't think it's for the reasons that we think. I think it's for when you're outside, instead of seeing into the property, you're actually reflected. This stunning view. These are the vines from the vineyard. We've been trying out the wines, which is very lovely. And again, one of the wines here is named after, I believe it's a great grandmother, and it's called Anna, and they named it after her as like a homage to the celebration of what Saint-Emilion essentially has in its DNA. Women cultivating vineyards, cultivating beautiful wines, and I thought that was just such a lovely touch. We are now exploring the pool. Obviously it's been a little bit wet today, but they have taken in the sun lounger cushions. This is their outdoor. Now that is stunning. I love the doors, and I love how it's all rusted up. We've just finished up going to explore the grounds. I think we're getting a full-on tour tomorrow with David, who is one of the owners. And this evening we're going to be having dinner with them here at Maison de Bray, because we have our private chef coming to cook for us, which is going to be so incredible. I've put one of my favourite outfits. I feel like there is only one place that you can wear a Mrs. Francois skirt with real like pride, and it is in France, especially in the French countryside. And so I have popped on, just to give you a little twirlaroo, I have popped on my ticking stripe little blue number with some flats, Sister & Hicks made to measure shirt, and my little mini Kelly and pearls as well. Anyway, we're gonna head downstairs now and meet our hosts. The fragrance I am wearing is obviously from a French brand. This is Chantecaille Tiare, and apparently I've been saying that wrong for a very long time. Ever since I went to French Polynesia, apparently. I did ask someone, I promise you I do ask. Sometimes I just can't always trust who I ask. evidently. But I'm wearing tiare and I am gonna get ready and head down to dinner. We have arrived down to dinner and the table is set, complete with the menu for the evening and views like this. Perfect.
This flower's gorgeous. So that caviar, Lydia, it is what they call vintage. So they actually let it age a little bit. So it's a little kind of creamier.
Yeah,
almost.
that's exactly what it's
And
like.
The flavor's just a touch stronger, but without being fishy.
It's almost softer,
Yeah.
but stronger. It's really
I
lovely.
like it a lot.
Oh,
That's why
I
get
really
it.
like
I
that.
really like it. Some people are like, no, I don't like it as much. And
Oh, really?
Vodka.
Yeah.
And they
Oh,
sent
we
out
have a bottle
caviar.
of that.
They sent out the caviar with it.
Yeah. Oh, wow. The guy
into it.
in Sex and the City, Mr. Big.
Oh, the inspiration for my office.
Yeah.
How I can get maybe obviously we wouldn't be able to put beautiful ornate things in our house, but like that wood.
Yeah.
It's just so beautiful.
It is.
So what's this?
So it basically helps me get the old cork out.
Oh, so you're going to be opening an old bottle of wine with this?
Well, it depends on how old.
How old is it?
89.
Oh, very old then. Very old.
Younger than you two.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I'm older. Oh, wow. Can I film this?
Oh, you haven't been in here yet?
No! Oh my goodness. And there's still so much space to fill.
Yeah, don't remind me.
Fantastic.
We do have some old stuff in here.
1986?
Well, this, if you want the really old ones, that's not.
1945.
So, by the way, we drank all of these at one dinner.
Stop it. Oh my goodness.
Very, very old bottle.
It's not that old.
So what's this for?
This is to keep the label.
Wow.
So you'll see some are wrapped in plastic, some are not, but like this one right here,
Sorry, what?
also wrapped in plastic.
What do you mean?
But one of the things, I want to be gentle with it, but one of the things is looking at the fill is one of the ways, right? So that's how much wine has come out. And if it's like down to here, then the wine's cooked.
Okay.
Right? That means it's too much oxygen has come in and it's just not going to be good. So I have no idea, by the way, if this wine's going to be any good.
Okay.
Which is why I have that glass there.
This is the menu for this evening.
For the first course, we have langoustine with green peas salad with strawberry and roast almond. We have elderflower vinaigrette with lobster juice and wild garlic, fresh wild garlic. New dishes, we have a John Dory fish with grilled leek and beurre blanc made with lobster butter, smoked eggs, mackerel, and herbs oil. Before to roast the duck, I cook in the slow temperature. We have two types of asparagus. We have the white asparagus just grilled and the green asparagus just grilled and the white asparagus blanched. We have a demi-glace of duck, puff buckwheat, and crescent on top. Okay, about the cheese, we have a Saint-Nectaire foam with many seeds, different seeds. We have buckwheat seed, pumpkin seed, pignon
Pine nuts.
Pine nuts, and we have a truffle oil and a mix of herbs, fresh herbs. Basically, we have a fresh strawberry, water of strawberry,
Oh my God.
and marmalade of strawberry.
Oh wow.
Incredible.
So first we eat the marble, take it gently, and drink the water.
So eat, drink. Sounds good.
Yeah, I already did it. Morning, everyone. It is about it's about 9 o'clock. We enjoyed a rather late night. I said to Ali, we're not going to bed later than 10 o'clock, but David and Annalise joined us for dinner, and we had the most wonderful, wonderful dinner with a gentleman called EMILION, and he's one of the chefs that works here, and he just prepared the most glorious dinner, and we were enjoying all of David's wine. He's got an incredible wine cellar. I did take you in there and show you. Yesterday was a bit of a blur though, I have to be honest, because we were up so early and I was so tired that I feel like I didn't even communicate things properly in any way, shape or form. So I apologise for that. I get so overwhelmed, and you know this, when I come somewhere I'm like, oh my goodness, but it has been so spectacular being here, and today is no different. We are up and we're going to be doing a classic car tour today, which I'm very excited about. I think we're also going to have a little bit of a tour of the grounds, but it is also looking like a little bit of a more sunny day today. Still clouds in the sky, but we do see sunshine. I'm up, I just washed my hair, and I've used all of my Philip Kingsley products. Yes, I brought them all with me, because once you find a routine that like transforms the health of your hair and the health of your scalp, I'm just not willing to use anything that might compromise that. Being able to have a healthy scalp and healthy hair has changed the game for me. I've always prioritized my scalp, which is why I've used the Hairburst for curly hair one, because it was so gentle on my scalp. I love that I've got that to sort of go back to as well in my arsenal, but this being able to have moisturized ends and a taken care of scalp has really been transformative. So I'm going to get my hair dried and I'm going to get ready for the day. I think we're going to head down for breakfast. We're filming some bits for Ali today as well, and just enjoying being in Saint-Emilion. And I promise you now, I'm coming back here. This is the part of France that I have wanted to experience for such a long time. It is truly, truly breathtaking. This is what I would describe as like the Tuscany of France. It's just beautiful at every corner, every turn, every village, every home. The attention and love that people show their homes here is, I aspire to that level. I'm just drying my hair, and I thought I would use the hairdryer that they have here at Maison de Bray. They have the Shark, and this is the first time I've ever come across anyone that's got the Shark, and it is so good. Oh my goodness. I just realised it's like I'm not even with you, other than the shots of you sleeping on the plane. I've got nothing.
I do exist. Those shots are getting deleted.
They're not getting deleted.
Yeah.
I've just had the chef here at Maison de Bray make me a goodness smoothie so that I can put my supplements in, and this is still one of the best things I've ever bought. There's banana in my smoothie, there's carrot, there's lots of good stuff. So I'm gonna pop them in. The top one, which is my L-glutamine. Oh, a little bit powdery there. And then down here, I keep my little pills, which I break and put in.
Mound of powder.
Makes a bit of a mess. This is quite possibly the loveliest location to share my outfit with you today. I thought I could do it in the room, but instead I'm going to show you it in the gorgeous sort of grand living room here. And I am wearing a two-piece linen suit from Arvel. This is the most gorgeous floor-length linen skirt, but it just skims the floor. I actually don't know how they've done it. This is so perfect because it's so heavy, and yet the waist is completely held up, and then you've got this like really elegant waistcoat. This makes me think of all of the really cool suits that you're seeing at the moment that are like waistcoats and like shorts and trousers, but make it elegant for the girls that like to feel super feminine. We are about to head out on a classic car tour and ride, so Ali's just getting ready and we are going to enjoy more time here. This is just lovely.
Well, our vintage car has arrived today. It's the Citroen DS, and Lids is ready in the back, looking very colour coordinated with the car.
My vintage Hermes scarf matched perfectly. I literally bought my whole collection.
In front of Maison de Bray. Look at that. Like Penelope pit stop.
Oh my goodness, Guillaume, who owns the Citroen DS that we are driving in today, has just shown me that I have my own little personal champagne spot here in the back. That's why I'm riding in the back, because this is my reality and my happy place. Of course there's a Defender. We have had a wonderful drive through Saint-Emilion in the Citroen. We have now arrived to a very new restaurant called La Belle Perdrix. I'm trying so hard to say that, so any of my French followers, please don't hate me, I tried really hard. It's a very, very new restaurant, but it already has a Michelin star, so I am very much looking forward to trying this, especially because there is a vintage Defender. So we've arrived in one vintage car, and then we've arrived to a very, very different vintage car. So this is the 112. Very, very big and beautiful and perfectly colour matched to the decor. Look at the gardens. It is just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And this is what I mean about this area. It is so exceptionally well kept. Everyone just takes such pride in the buildings, the architecture. Oh, there's a doggy. Hello. Oh my goodness. Heyo! 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 What's your name? You are very beautiful. You are very well kept. Very well kept. Yes, you are. Who do you belong to? Where's your mummy? Where's your mummy? Very soft. I miss my boy's ears. I miss my boy's ears. So your ears are just going to have to do, and they are perfection. So we are starting with this menu, and we have a very, very lovely blanc de blanc to begin. And Ali and I were just discussing, because in the old days they would plant roses at the ends of the vines, because the roses would show the signs of mildew before the vines, so it was a good indicator if they needed to help the vines, treat them, etc. But obviously technology has now moved on, but they continue to plant them because they just look so beautiful situated at the end of the vines like that. These beautiful pink fluffy roses, and we have such an exceptional view here. I bet this terrace in high summer is such a treat. There's a bit of a chill in the air today, but we're very lucky to have pole position right here. Very happy. And he is here with me. I'm going to keep reminding you, he is here with me.
I do hide from the vlog sometimes.
And also I forget to film him. It's so bad. I do forget to film you. I'm bad. Cheers.
Some horseradish, fennel and radish. Then you have the herbs waffle with a creamy egg and mustard and Lovitch cream. And to finish, the crispy potatoes and the morel mushrooms and a salad of peas and white garlic and kimchi.
Wow,
Enjoy.
thank you. They've described this as a walk around their gardens, which if you look at the colour, especially on this one here, it's got little edible flowers. Now we're talking homemade bread with salted butter. And we are enjoying a very lovely glass of wine, which I actually didn't get the name of to say, but I've got a picture of it. And I was just saying to Ali that what I want to do, because I've bought a few crates of wine when we travel, and we are so fortunate that we get to try lots of beautiful wines. And I buy crates, and then I can't remember where I had them and where I was. So I'm going to start my own little wine inventory. And this is going to be the first one to go in, because this is gorgeous. I love this.
We have the Poularde farm-in ravioli from Monsieur Duplantier with some girole mushrooms and fava bean.
Wow.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
So you have the mullet fish with some candied and grilled vegetables and a fish sauce.
I'll have whatever you have. If you have the manchego, I'll have the manchego.
Goodness me.
And the sun has come out for us as well, which we're very happy about.
Camera action.
So you have the red fruit tartlet with caramelized pistachio and vanilla cream. Enjoy. enjoy.
Thank you. 10 out of 10 for presentation. It's in a plant pot. I'm going to be doing this at home. You do realise that you're going to be getting your desserts served in a plant pot from now on. Name tag there. Little
matchstick.
Oh, it's so lovely.
Taste our herbs.
These are very good though. We had some of these. Oh, different. Oh, they're different. We have just finished lunch and we have been kindly given a little walnut tart to take home for afternoon tea. And they said, oh, we'll just take you out through the cellar. And we're like, sure, let's just go out through the cellar. This is the cellar and you can't even see the barrels yet. Look at that. It's like a sort of glass walkway. Temperature controlled, climate controlled. I feel like I'm in the set of a movie. This is unbelievable. It's so James Bond. In fact, I feel like I need to film you walking across here.
Just to let you know, man.
I have been keeping my favourite room under wraps because this room is something that I think that I have to like manifest or dream of in a future house because the elegance of this room is just spectacular. So this is what I am deeming the flower room, and it's kind of part orangery, part potting shed, part greenhouse, and it has the most beautiful finishes. Oh, what I would give for a coffee table like this, or even just a potting table in my greenhouse. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try and find one and have it either made or fabricated in something like that. But it is the sink that steals the show for me. And I just love that there's just all these bits of art everywhere. It's really inspiring me here to put more art around my home because I think, oh God, you know, you've got to put it there. It's got to go on the walls. And I've only just started really putting it on bookcases. But this gorgeous watercolour is so beautiful. I really wish I could paint like that. And then a little pot stand here. It's very inspiring. I almost want like an antique pot stand in my kitchen because my kitchen is probably the closest thing to this. But the sofas, the ironwork, and this is what I mean about how beautiful every turn is at this place. There is no nook that is left unconsidered, and that takes such talent. The things husbands do. I am making Ali join me for afternoon tea in the beautiful, beautiful sitting room here.
It's a hard life.
It is a hard life, but also I actually only just realised because I'm one of the third guests to come and visit, like as a influencer, creator, that kind of thing. And I noticed they've got my book there, but it's not just me. They've also got the incredible Jamie Beck, who I have followed for such a long time. Her work is absolutely incredible. So she was here just the other week. And then they've also had Manon Legreve, who I follow on TikTok. She was on Bake Off, I believe, but she's an incredible creator as well. And I just think that's such a lovely touch that they have our books here, because I think that really, I don't know, I feel like that really says something, that they've only chosen a few of us to come here, which is such an honour. And they like what we do so much, they've got our books. I'm probably overthinking it, to be honest. And making it out, they're probably like, all right, don't get ahead of yourself. We don't even like you, Lydia. But we're sitting down having a little bit of tea. Oh, I know. What are they called? They're just so good, aren't they? They were like, oh, we're about ready to throw these out. And I was like, no, you're not. Lovely tea with the silverware and the crockery. And I love that I match the crockery in my little Mrs. Francois skirt. Would you like some tea? One lump or two, dear.
If I get any bits of my tea, I'll be furious.
This is not my first afternoon tea, my love. I have been watching all of the William Hanson videos, okay? I know there's none of this. It's all this. Little finger through.
Perfect. Pro.
Pro. Cut that bit out. One lump or two, dear.
No.
No lumps?
No, of course not.
You don't like lumps?
Don't need lumps.
I always have a lump. the concentration of you trying to do that through the camera lens. Get that pinky down. Hop.
Go on then, all in one go.
No. Ali is currently with the drone, as you can hear, so I'm going to sit on the terrace because we finally have blue skies. What a treat. Just a boy swimming in a pool and filming himself from his drone. The behind the scenes. Go on, James Pond! I thought I'd come to my favourite room to show you my outfit that I'm wearing today. So I've got my linen maxi dress from my Caramilla collection. I haven't steamed it. It was one of the dresses that I was like, oh, I'll just get it steamed tomorrow, and then I've not managed to get it done. But it doesn't matter because it's linen, so I find that the creases are fine. And then I'm going for a little bit more of like a English country grandma vibes with the knitted cardigan, because I think it's going to be a little bit blustery because we are going for a bit of a tour of the estate. So we're a bit late though because Ali was in the pool and I was taking his pictures. But yeah, we're going to go and explore, and then we're having like a barbecue style dinner, so it'll be perfect.
Vendangeuse, which is the French word for like the lady harvester. And they're these beautiful purple flowers that come during the harvest September.
They get like,
Wow. These views, like this is the thing that you've done, like you've not done it. You've just been so lucky. Like you can do all of this, but you can't cultivate this. That's unbelievable. So we're now going into the wine cellar, and I know that this is going to be spectacular because look at it, this is where they make their Chardonnay. Oh my goodness. Wow. The smell.
There's some Jeroboams, there's some called Methuselah, Balthazar. Yeah, biblical.
Yeah.
Literally. Especially with that behind as well, glowing under there.
Also St. Christopher, I mean, you'll see him again right there. The two things is obviously the town we're in is St. Christophe. So even though we're in the Saint Emilion Rhine region, the village we're in is St. Christophe, and so we wanted to pay homage. The other thing is, a lot of people are, if you're Catholic, even if you're not, the modern interpretation, and actually the name of the village is Saint Christophe des Bards, Saint Christopher of the Bards. Right. So really it's innkeepers, tavern owners, comedians, entertainers, and so we thought that actually was a fitting mascot both for what he represents and as an homage to our hometown. We have that bar.
Oh my goodness.
That's it. So this is all of the Chardonnay we produce. We don't make very much.
This is honestly my dream fridge.
So one of them is real and one of them is recreated.
No, what do you mean recreated? So you've like fabricated over the top of a fridge?
Yeah, like no, they found one.
Yeah.
We needed two, so like they remade it. They made another one that looked exactly like it. I actually don't know which.
No, beautiful.
Well, it may look like we have loads of space, but actually we hand harvest and hand sort everything. So during the harvest, all the sorting tables are all in here. So they dump literal crates of grapes right out there. They bring them in.
Good morning everyone. I haven't even showered yet and I am in my Sinead Curie pajamas. These are the navy shorts and they're so cute. And I'm waking up to these views. I'm sorry. Like, Is that even real? Like, when that came into focus then, can you believe how perfectly placed everything is? The church, the barns, everything. I am going to get myself ready to head and lay by the pool until we are picked up, because we've done enough work whilst we're here, I think, and we've shot some really lovely content, and I just want to have a little bit of a chill. I'm going to make the most of the sunshine whilst I'm here, so I'm going to go get dressed. And we have the final outfit of the day. I'm wearing my Arval skirt with this gorgeous blue Beaufort and Blake linen shirt. Then I've got my Holland Cooper cable knit cardigan over my shoulders. We're going down for breakfast, and I've got my swimsuit, which is from Reformation, underneath. This bag is one of the bags that like comes in the room. I always think this is such a brilliant touch for staying anywhere. If they put like a basket bag or a beach bag or something like that in the room, I prefer a basket bag because it's always better with an outfit. It just means that like I don't have to lug mine in my suitcase, because they're notoriously difficult to pack, so this is always a welcomed addition. And I love this because it's like been done with linen ticking stripe straps. I think this is so sweet. Got Iran sandals on, and Celine sunnies, makeup free, because we're going to be laying by the pool and I just want to get a little bit of sun because we have a wedding tomorrow. But I am going to show you once we're all packed up, because there's so many details here. I have been taking like notes on my phone, not just from the owners, but from the little touches that they have here that are so considered. Like, one of the things I really love is in the toilets, there is these little linen bags that are, they're like encased in lavender, and they keep their toilet rolls in those bags, and it's just such a lovely touch that when you pick up the bag to take the Nulu roll out, it's just all full of the fragrance of lavender, and it's so beautiful. I have actually looked on the website because it's a brand from San Francisco, and they don't have them online, but they do have tissue paper covers, like the little linen ones, and I have been looking for these for so long, so I'm going to order those when I'm by the pool. But just so many touches. There's a little linen pillowcase that is with beautiful ticking stripes that is full of lavender as well, and it's just, they've just thought of everything. The attention to detail for this to be an independent family business, it's just unbelievable, like absolutely unbelievable. I've had the best time, but we're going to go down and have breakfast now, so let's go. Morning spread. We have pastries, melon, and every single day that we have come down there has been different antique napkins and like linens. Look at this. Oh, the ticking stripes are just so gorgeous. Love it so much. And this is such a pretty crockery set.
Your grandma's.
Yeah, it does remind me of my grandma. Yeah. This is all very my grandma's style. I love it. The windows are open, the sun is shining. It is a glorious day to have an afternoon here. Can't wait to get out by the pool. Look at this spread. We've got fresh croissants with brie and apple. That is something that we are going to have to try and do. The housekeeper here is preparing eggs. There's avocado, there's salmon, fresh cherries, lemon. Oh my goodness me. I'm not even hungry because we ate so much last night.
I'm here still.
We've also, you know what I'm like about music being played in places. I feel like the music always has to like set an ambient tone rather than be jarring. And we have been on an education process with one of the owners, David, and his partner, Annalise, because they've been educating us on country music. And I think we are now new fans of, what's the guy's name? All of my American followers are going to laugh at me for this one. I can't wait for this. He's been educating us on a gentleman named Chris Stapleton. And I know there's just going to be face palms from all of my American followers, but we really, I think we're new fans of Chris Stapleton, aren't we? We've really like enjoyed the education that we've been undertaking, because one thing I would say is that David is probably one of those like incredible humans that can just retain information like nobody else. He is like so informative, and so we just, Ali and I, you know what Ali and I are like, we just sat there like just listening to him and just like absorbing. I've actually, the running joke of us being here is that I've had little like notes on my phone where I'm like noting down everything that he's saying, like, oh, you've got to go to this place and you've got to listen to this and you've got to try this, and I'm like, yeah, exactly. You might notice that sometimes there'll be a little bit of jazz, maybe a little bit of Sinatra in the background, and then sometimes there'll be some red. No, there's been no Simply Red. No one would let you do that somewhere as classy as this, my love.
You do? I love Simply Red.
I know you do. That doesn't mean it's classy. Boo. Ali loves Simply Red. But and then there's also been like Chris Stapleton and Al Green and the Dixie Chicks playing in the background. So it's been a real education process. It's been lovely. We have just had roasted figs with goat's cheese, walnuts and honey, and it looks like edible flowers as well. You sure you don't want a croissant? Yeah, I was going to say, Ali was like, I'm not going to have a croissant. Like, you've got to try this brie and apple.
Tea too.
Oh, lovely.
Do you want, so I've tried tea at Victoria Grey, which is like Earl Grey.
Victoria Grey for me, please.
It's my favorite.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Thank you so much. This is where we are spending all of the day. We have enjoyed a lot of shooting and a lot of wonderful stuff, and this is a couple of hours of downtime in the sunshine before we head home. We have the most wonderful views over the outdoor kitchen. In there is the kitchen, up there's our bedroom, and lovely fresh grass. I can't believe I'm talking about how lovely the grass is, but it is very lovely grass. Looking over the vines. I just can't get over the views. Listening to country music. Again with the details. They have the loveliest silverware ever. I love this silver ice bucket. And they even invite the doves to come and sit with us. Talk about attention to detail. More little touches. These are the lavender infused linen bags from a brand called Elizabeth W in San Francisco. I can't find them online and I have to email them in order to be able to order to England. So I'm gonna be sending them an email to try and track these down because I love them. They've got like raw linen on the bottom and on the inside, and then it's covered by a veil. And what they do is they put their toilet rolls in these, and I just think this is such a gorgeous touch. Another little touch, this is the linen ticking stripe pillow that I told you about that is full of lavender. Obviously only in France you can do something like this. I mean, you can do it anywhere, and I think it's lovely. My grandma always used to make us like lavender pillows and things like that, but this one is actually a gift to take home with you. Yes, it is a gift. It is not like me stealing the bottles in Scotland. They did tell me that these are for us to take, so I'm going to pop this in my suitcase as a little sort of memento. It is taking everything within my power not to put the lavender loo roll cover in my suitcase as well. I'm just being honest, but I'm not going to do it, okay? Well, whilst I am waiting for Ali to be ready, because I am all packed up and ready to go, I thought I would give you my sort of final thoughts about Maison de Bray, because I usually leave this, I think, oh, I'll do it when I get home, and then I get home after traveling and I'm so tired that I forget, or I just put it off, and then I think, oh, it doesn't matter, if it isn't already painstakingly obvious that I am being dragged away from here. I don't want to go. I really don't. I wish I had a good solid 5 nights here. I think 4 or 5 nights would be absolutely wonderful. It would make the perfect sort of wedding reception venue and like main base for a wedding. So if you were thinking about getting married in Saint-Emilion or in Saint Christopher, this place as your like main base where you can have maybe your closest family and friends. There's 6 bedrooms and it sleeps 12, so it would be like a really lovely close-knit group of people that I think would be lovely for like a wedding. But that is not all you could do here, by no means. I think what I would personally like to do, because I'm not in the grounds of getting married again just yet, I'd love to come here for a birthday. I think having a birthday celebration with a group of your closest friends. What's really lovely as well is the 6 bedrooms, sorry, are set out in 2 parts. So there's 3 bedrooms on this side and then there's 3 bedrooms on the other side. Fleur de Lis is like the biggest suite. So if you were the one that was organizing it, you give yourself the big suite, okay? but obviously there's full staff here, and then there's actually so much to do here as well. Ali went to the gym this morning. Their sort of goal is to have a restaurant here as well eventually one day. They have the wine tasting area, which is where the wine is made. They have the place where the red is made and the place where the white. They can organize pretty much anything. It's like the estate becomes your concierge. So anything you want to do, like the vintage cars, they can arrange that. There's obviously the pool. You can have pool parties. You have private chefs. And so it really just becomes essentially like having a home away from home, but with full staff, because that's the thing I always think when we think about maybe getting Airbnbs and things like that in the past. It's like we want all of the perks of a hotel. So I want my towels changed, I want my bed made. I don't want to be doing any work when I'm on holiday. Holiday for me is like you relax. And so you have the house staff that will come in, refresh the bedroom, refresh the towel. If I want a coffee, they will make us a coffee. If I want something special for breakfast, like they were making me smoothies, especially for me because I have smoothies for my supplements and things like that. There's literally anything that you could want here. So I'm going to put all of the details of Maison de Bray in the description box down below. I would highly recommend it. I think even as like a family, like if you wanted to just treat your family and just whisk them all away for a holiday somewhere and you all want to stay together and just have a really lovely family affair, this would be the most wonderful place to come. The details, nothing is spared, and I know I've gone on about that, but it's something that I really, really appreciate, and I understand how difficult it is. Like, I'm just doing that in my home, and it's so hard to think of everything that they've achieved here. It's truly just the most inspiring and beautiful and wonderful place. So I feel very, very lucky to have come here, have also to have spent time with David and Annalise, because they are just the loveliest as well as hosts. And I am so sad to be leaving, but we've had the loveliest time, haven't we?
We have indeed.
Mr. Millen Gordon has enjoyed his time, and got a little bit of sun today, which is nice. Now we've got to do the mammoth edit on the journey home. So anyway, I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for coming along with me on this journey. We are now going to get in the car and head to Bordeaux Airport. Thank you so much. Bye. Au revoir, Saint Christophe. I will be back. I will miss you.